So this weekend, Jason Statham's newest action movie hits theaters, A Working Man. Should you go see it? Let's talk about it. Hey guys, so I just got home from seeing A Working Man, a movie that is actually made by, I'm almost sure, is made by the same people that made Beekeeper. Now, with the exception of the producers, which it is blatantly obvious. I will say in this review, I will not be talking non-spoilers because I really thought about it before I, filmed this video, and I'm like, I don't think that I could talk about this movie without talking about spoilers. It's very to the point, so let's talk about A Working Man. So the plot is essentially almost like the plot of Taken, except it's not actually Jason Statham's daughter, it's just it's his friend's daughter. He works at a construction site under this, family-owned company, and their daughter gets kidnapped, and Jason Statham steps in to hunt the guy down. That is the plot. I really don't have many good things to say about this movie. I was a big fan of Beekeeper from last year. This movie is nothing like that movie in terms of almost everything. The one thing I will give them is that they got the word working man to be in there. I think there's a line about, oh, you're not a cop, you're a working man. Sure, that's great. The biggest thing about this movie is that it fails at the very thing that people go to see Jason Statham movies at. When you think of a Jason Statham movie, the first thing you think of is action movie, fight sequences, right? I mean, that's why everyone goes to see these, right? These action sequences were edited to hell. Every time he would throw a punch, it was edited to 3-4 different like clips, and then you would barely even see him follow through. I don't think in every action scene there was more than 2 seconds between each cut. It was really bad. It was horrible. And even the stuff he was doing was just kind of nothing crazy. So I don't know who they got to do the choreography, the fight choreography in this. If they just I don't even know. I have no clue. Here's my guess for why this movie did so bad. I know Beekeeper came out last year in January, right? My theory is that they tried to film this almost immediately after that movie came out and just could not. I think they were trying to hop on that and how well Beekeeper did, because I'm pretty sure it did, somewhat well in theaters, and tried to make this and just utterly failed in every way. The movie's plot is somewhat simple in terms of just what's actually happening, but the way that they get there is so complicated. I was watching, trying to focus and see how things happen. I swear throughout the movie, the main villain changes every 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes it goes back to this one guy, and they never flat out are this is the main villain. You're just constantly guessing. And then on top of that, there's things in the movie that I'm pretty sure they it felt cut out parts of missing things. We got to the end and I was oh, how did this happen? And I was paying attention, I didn't fall asleep or anything. It just wasn't there. It just was a complete mess. The one positive I have to give it though is that his daughter, or his friend's daughter that he's trying to save in the movie, she's not just a damsel in distress like every single one of these movies is. She actually is trying to fight back and actually helps fight back at little points in the movie. So I had to give it a +1 for that. David Harbour is in this movie. For about 3 minutes, you never see his eyes. He's blind. And I had actually said during the movie to my girlfriend, I go, wouldn't it be interesting? Because, we know that David Harbour has done Russian roles, for example, Alexei in Black Widow, such, Wouldn't it be interesting if he was the twist villain? Because he was kind of Jason Statham's guy where he put his daughter so that she would be safe while he was going out to find this other girl, so to bring her back home. He wanted to make sure that his daughter was safe, so he brought him to her. Wouldn't it have been more interesting if they, reprised his Russian accent? And I think that would have been a great twist, but no, it was not that. Listen, I know it's a Jason Statham movie and he's going to defeat everybody. I get that. But I don't think I've ever seen it as bad as this movie where he goes through every single guy he faces with ease. I mean, like, it's almost like he's the knife and they're butter. Like, it's no, like, it felt like barely even a fight. Like, he would just like, okay, like, where's the, like, I don't know, it just did not feel engaging. I just want to end this off by saying I loved Beekeeper. I thought Beekeeper was a great movie. I thoroughly enjoyed my time with that movie last year. I think I even did a review about it last year. I don't know what happened with this, because when I was going to see this, I was like, oh yeah, it's the same people that made Beekeeper. Like, that's a good sign, right? No. And to be fair, it's not the same production company. I think Beekeeper was helpfully made by, like, Paramount. If you know anything about me, I trust Paramount with my life. I think Paramount is like the GOAT of making amazing movies. Like, they're just a wonderful production company. This was not made by them. So do with that information what you will. So yeah, guys, that is my review for A Working Man. Let me know down in the comments below if you plan on seeing this movie, or if you've seen The Beekeeper, because let me tell you, this is not worth checking out. Like, there's not many times I come on here and tell you guys, like, hey, you know, this is a horrible movie. I try to get the most out of every movie that I go to see, but this just has nothing to offer. I left it feeling like I wasted my time. So that's what I have to say about it, and I will see you guys next week for more movie news, reactions, and such. Peace, Kernels.